Hi, my name is Max, and welcome to this 45-minute chill, slow, hip opening vinyasa flow. We're working on our hip mobility as we work through some dynamic transitions that will challenge our concentration, our balance, and overall end range of motion into our hips. Nothing is required of you except you in your practice space, but if you do have a couple blocks, they might come in handy. And we'll go ahead and get started in a child's pose. Taking your knees out wide, your big toes to touch, and then it's just sinking your torso down in between your knees. Reaching your arms out long or by your side or by your sides, and then resting your forehead down into the mat, softening your face, closing your eyes. Deepening your inhales and your exhales. Noticing any thoughts, any emotions, any physical sensations. Just noticing and observing from a place of love and compassion for yourself. And then shifting all of your focus, all of your attention onto your breath. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you need to, as long as you want to. If you need to pause the video and take more time to drop in, I invite you to do that. But whenever you're ready, we're going to meet up into a tabletop position, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And just starting here with some free movement here in our tabletop. So maybe arching and rounding through the spine, taking some cat-cows, protracting, retracting through the shoulders, moving your hips from side to side, breathing into your side body. Maybe you want to go back into your child's pose, shifting your hips from side to side, rolling out through your neck, bending through the elbows, maybe walking your palms forward, finding a back bend, sinking your hips down towards your wrists, maybe looking over one shoulder and the other, maybe lifting your feet up off the mat, rolling out through the ankles. Whatever you want to do, whatever feels good, natural, intuitive, connecting your breath with your movement. Good, and then from here, we're going to lower our left forearm down towards the mat. Right palm is in line with our left elbow. Reach your right leg up off the mat. Start to take some circles into that right leg. And switch the direction, go the opposite way. Maybe straight into that leg, roll out through the ankles, spread out through your toes. Finding some space here, waking up into that hip, ball, and socket joint, waking up into your glutes, into your core. Good, and then we'll get a little bit more articulate, a little bit more defined with this movement. We're going to stand on the ceiling with the sole of the right foot. We're going to bring the right knee to the outside of our left knee. Maybe your right knee taps down. Send the sole of the foot back up towards the sky. Bring your right knee towards your right shoulder, your right tricep, maybe straight into that right leg. That's the movement. We're going to do that 4 to 5 more times. Sending the sole of the foot back up towards the sky. Bringing the knee behind your left, back up towards the sky. Knee towards your right tricep, right shoulder, straight into the leg. Good. On your own, following your own breath, maybe going a little bit slower than you want to. Good. Once you're done with these guys, we're going to meet into a lizard lunge. We're going to step our right foot to the outside of our right palm. We're going to come back onto our left palm. We're going to slide our back knee back. We're going to turn our left fingertips to face the side of the mat, side of the room. Sweep your right fingertips forward, up, and all the way around. Bend through your right elbow. Open up through your heart. Good. From there, take your right palm behind your head. Elbows reaching up towards the sky. Turn your heart up towards the sky, taking an inhale here. On the exhale, tap your right elbow down towards your left wrist. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, reach it up, open it through the heart. And exhale, reach that elbow towards your left wrist. Good, 2 more times. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, tapping it down. Inhale, opening up. And exhale, tap it down. Good, reach it back up, extend your right fingertips back up towards the sky. Let your right fingertips fall down by your left knee. Maybe your left fingertips your right fingertips can slide down towards that left knee as you push down to that left palm. Open through the heart, maybe bend to your left knee. And grab for the left ankle, the left foot if you have that space. And stay for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, we're going to come into a modified side plank, modified gate pose towards the back of the mat. Turn your left shin in, bring your left palm towards the back of the mat. Sweep your right fingertips up and over as you push your hips forward. We're down to the outer edge of your right foot. Good, and stay for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, push off your left palm, come up to standing. Right fingertips can slide on the outside of your right leg. Reach your left fingertips up and over. If you want to bend to your left elbow, grab for your left elbow with your right hand. Push your hips forward. Keep your low back long and spacious. Stay here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, back up, bring your hands straight out in front of you, come into a one-legged child's pose. Sink your left hip down towards your left heel. Breathe into the inside of your right leg, right hip adductors. Maybe weave your right arm underneath your left for a thread the needle variation. Stay here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, come into a tabletop towards the back of the mat. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Wiggle and wobble side to side, cat cows, child's pose, whatever you want to release. Good. And the same other side. Right palm or right forearm is going to come down, root down to your left palm, reach your left leg up, start to take some circles into that left leg, straight into the leg, roll out through the ankles, roll out through the toes, find some space here. Switch the direction, go the opposite way. A little bit more articulate, a little bit more defined. Stand on the ceiling with the sole of the left foot. Bring the left knee to the outside of your right knee. Maybe it taps towards the ground. Send the sole of the foot back up towards the sky. Bring your left knee towards your left shoulder, left tricep, maybe straight into the left leg. 4 to 5 more times on your own. Maybe challenge yourself with how slowly you can do this movement, how mindfully can you do this movement. Finding the end range of motion into your hip. Good. Finishing the round that you're on, whatever that looks like for you. And then meeting it back into that lizard lunge towards the back of the mat. Coming onto your right palm, left foot steps to the outside of your left palm. And then maybe bring your back knee back, turn your right fingertips out so they're facing towards the side of the room. Sweep your left fingertips forward and then up and turn your heart towards the sky as you cactus out through your left elbow. Good. From there, bring your left palm behind your head, elbow up towards the sky, taking an inhale here. On the exhale, tap your left elbow towards your right wrist. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, reach and open through the heart. Exhale, tap it down. Last one, send that elbow, your heart towards the sky. And then tap it down. Good. Reach your left fingertips back up towards the sky, open through the heart. Let your left fingertips slide on the outside of your right thigh towards your right knee. Push down to your right palm, open through the heart. Maybe you want to bend to that right knee and grab for the ankle or the foot if you have that space. If not, that's more than okay. And stay for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1. Modified side plank gate pose towards the top of the mat. Bring your right palm towards the top of your mat. Sweep your left fingertips up and over. Root down to the knife edge of your left foot. Breathe into your left side body, your intercostals for 5, for 4, for 3, For 2. On 1, push off of your right palm, come to standing on your right knee, your right shin. Left fingertips slide down the back of your leg, right fingertips reach up and over, maybe bend to your right elbow, grab for the right elbow with your left hand, side body stretch here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, come back up. One-legged child's pose, sink your right hip down towards your right heel, reach your arms out in front of you, maybe weave your left arm underneath your right for a thread the needle variation and stay for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, tabletop towards the top of your mat, knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, wiggle and wobble side to side. We warm up into your wrists a little bit before we find our down dog, taking some circles over your wrists, one direction and then the other. Good. Maybe turning your hands out towards the side of your mat, continue with some circles there. And go the other way. Good, and then flip your hands all the way around so your fingertips face your knees. Maybe finding a gentle bounce forward and back here. Good, come onto the backs of the hands, fingertips still facing the knees, still forward and back here. Maybe moving side to side. Maybe making some fists with your hands, open them out wide, make some fists, open them out wide. Good, flip your hands back around, we're down to your left palm. Just make a fist with your right hand and roll out to the wrist a few times. And go the other way. And same, right palm plants. Make a fist with your left hand, roll out to the wrist. Go the other way. And then send it back into a downward facing dog. Root down through the hands, your hips up and away. And take a moment to find your down dog, find your breath again. Roll out to the neck. Shift your hips from side to side. Pedal out to the feet, bend through one knee and then the other. And then eventually finding some stillness. We'll take some vinyasa waves here just to warm up. On your next inhale, we'll roll forward into a high plank. On the exhale, lower your knees, your chest, your chin down towards the mat. Inhale, find your back bend of your choice. Exhale, tuck the toes under, send your hips back towards your heels and then back into your downward facing dog. Good. 2 to 3 more times on your own. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, find your back bend. And then exhale, send it back. Good. If you want to add some push-ups, if you want to skip some movement, if you want to hang out in your down dog, you can do that. Good. Just taking your time with this. When you lower down, have your elbows in towards your rib cage and your elbows over your palms. Good. Doing one more round, whatever that looks like for you. Good. Meeting back into your downward facing dog. We'll find some sun salutation A's here. Feel free to add, subtract any movement. If you want to practice handstand, you can. I'm going to be doing that, but definitely not required. Whenever you're ready, we're going to bend the knees. We're going to step, float, jump towards the top of the mat. And the inhale, halfway lifting, flat back. And the exhale, fold down. Let it go. And the inhale, come up, stretch up. Take your gaze up towards the sky. On the exhale, open to the heart, cactus to the arms, any amount, gentle bend to the knees. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, gentle bend the knees, fold it back forward. Inhale, halfway lifting, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Go through your vinyasa, find your flow, meeting back in your downward facing dog. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, bending the knees, stepping, floating, jumping towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lifting, flat back. On the exhale, fold down, release it, let it go. And the inhale, come up, stretch up, take your gaze up towards the sky. Find your back bend, cactus through the arms, any amount. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, gentle bend the knees, fold it back forward. Inhale, halfway lifting, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step, float, crow. Go through your vinyasa. Meeting back in your downward facing dog for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. Let's do one more. Bending the knees, stepping, floating, jumping toward the top of the mat. Let's try that one more time. And the inhale, halfway lifting, flat back. And the exhale, fold. Release it, let it go. And the inhale, come up, stretch up. Take your gaze up towards the sky. And the exhale, cactus, open to the heart. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, jump to the knees, fold it back forward. Inhale, chair pose, bend the knees, drop the hips, and sink it down into your chair. Maybe your chair is a little bit wider than normal, having your feet about hips width distance width apart. Hands can be reaching up, they can be by your sides, wherever is more comfortable for you. And then keep your shoulders above your hips as you tuck your tailbone down towards the floor. Activating through your quads here, sinking your hips down a little bit more, firing up through your glutes. Stay for 5. Belly up and in for 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, bring your left knee in towards your chest for a staff pose. Interlace your hands in front of your left knee. Pull that left knee up towards your left shoulder. Lengthen through your spine. Send energy out to your crown of your head. Breathe here for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2, into a power lunge. Step it back into a high crescent lunge, but reach your fingertips forward. Have your heart over your right knee, your right foot. Send your right hip back, your left hip forward. Fire through the glutes. Extend to the fingertips through the crown of the head for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2, airplane wings with the arms. As you do that, straighten through your right leg any amount. Keep a micro bend into your right knee. Maybe your right toes start to lift. Find your balance for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2, bend into your right knee and turn your left heel down for a goddess squat. Bring your left forearm on top of your left thigh. Sweep your right fingertips up and over. Over towards the other side. Right forearm down. Sweep your left fingertips up and over. Back with your left forearm down. Come into an extended side angle. Turn your right toes in. Reach your right fingertips up and over. Keep your left sit bones, hip in and underneath you for 5. Good. Find your variation here. If you want to take a bind or a block, you can for 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, reverse your warrior, reverse your triangle. Bring your right forearm behind your back. Sweep your left fingertips up and over. Keep a micro bend into your left knee. From here, half moon, bend into your left knee. Bring your left fingertips down. Keep that right forearm behind you if you can. Sweep your right foot up. If you want to bend to your right knee and grab for your right foot with your left hand, you can do that for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2, keep a hold of the foot, the ankle if you got it. Bring your right fingertips down. Turn your heart towards the opposite direction. Gentle bend into your left knee for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2, keep this twist. Just step it back into a low lunge. Right knee lands. Maybe your left fingertips can reach back towards your right heel. Reach your right fingertips up and away for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2, reach your fingertips up towards the sky. As you do that, bring your left knee in towards your chest. Find your balance. Maybe extend out to your left leg for 5. Good. For 4. For 3. For 2, figure 4, place your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Bring your fingertips down. You can untuck the right toes as you sink your right hip down towards your right heel. Keep your left toes flexed. Find that external rotation into your left hip. Sink your heart down towards the floor for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, left knee back and towards your chest, finding your balance again. And then step it forward into a deep, low lunge. Left foot lands. Reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Cactus to the arms, open through your heart as you lunge as deep as you can to your left knee. Good, bring your hands down to frame your left foot. Come into a half splits and Ardha Hanuman. Straighten out that left leg. Stay here, or your right palm plants, fingertips facing the side of the room. Reach your left fingertips up towards the sky for a twist for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Bring your left palm to replace your right palm. Come into a wide-legged forward fold with a twist. Turn your toes in, your heels out. Adjust your feet as you need to. Left palm plants right, fingertips reach for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Runner's lunge towards the top of the mat. Turn your right toes forward, spin your back heel up, hands down to frame your right foot. Use your blocks if you need to. Come into a deep lunge, as deep as you can. Maybe that right knee comes in front of your toes. If you have that space, really feel through that hip extension on your left side. And then from here, pyramid pose. Straighten out through that right leg. Maybe use your blocks. Maybe step your left foot up 6 inches to a foot. And stay here for 5. Maybe a twist. Reach your right fingertips up if you have that. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Right fingertips come down. If they're lifted, bend into your right knee. Bring your left knee to the outside of your right ankle. Bring your sit bones all the way down. Adjust yourself so your sit bones are rooted down into the mat. Reach your fingertips up. Come into a twist. Left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Right fingertips back behind you. Inhales lengthening through the spine. Exhales twisting deeper for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, come back to center. Keep the legs the same. I'll turn towards you so you can see what's going on. You're going to bring the left hand down, outside of our left hip, fingertips facing the side of the room. Reach your right palm behind your head, elbow towards the sky. From here, we're going to stand up onto our left knee, our left shin. Open the heart up towards the sky in this like figure 4 position here with the right leg. Taking an inhale here. On the exhale, bring your right elbow down towards your left hand, towards your left wrist, any amount. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, tap it down. 2 more times. Inhale, reaching it up. Exhale, tap it down. And the last one, inhale, open it up. And exhale, tap it down. Good. Reach it back up. Bring your sit bones back down towards the mat. Let's come into a standing split. Let's bring our hands down to frame our right foot. Let's reach the left leg up and away. Good. From our standing splits, let's bring our left knee back and towards our chest, back into our staff pose. Find your balance. From here, find a tree pose. Sole of the foot on the inside of the thigh or the inside of the calf, or figure 4, left ankle on top of your right thigh, hands to heart center or wherever you want. Maybe your heart melts over your left shin. Good. Stay here. Breathe into your thoraco, lumbar fascia, into that low back. Good. Into your QL for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, left knee back and towards your chest, back into your standing splits. Oof. 5 handstand hops are yours. Adjust yourself as you need to. Let's go for it for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, we're going to meet back into a chair pose, wide-legged chair. Feet about hips width distance width apart. Drop the hips down. Sink it down as low as you can for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, right knee in towards your chest, staff pose, hands interlaced the opposite way from last time in front of your right knee. Hug that right knee towards your right shoulder. Find your long spine. Breathe into your left hip flexor for 5. Good. Lengthen through the crown of your head to the back of the neck for 4, for 3, for 2. Power lunge. Step it back Into a high crescent lunge, reach your fingertips forward, heart is over your left knee, your left foot, drive your left hip back, your right hip forward, activate through your glutes, through your core for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, sweep it back, airplane wings, palms facing down, straighten through your left leg, maybe your left toes start to lift, micro bend into your left knee, left hip back, right hip forward for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, goddess squat, bend into your left knee, spin your right heel down, bring your right forearm on top of your right thigh, sweep your left fingertips up and over. Over towards the other side, left forearm down, sweep your right fingertips up and over. Good, back over, right forearm down, extended side angle, turn your left toes in, adjust your feet as you need to here. Open your heart towards the sky, keep your right sit bones, right hip in and underneath you for 5. Find your variation, block or bind for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, reverse your warrior, reverse your triangle, bring your left forearm behind your back, reach your right fingertips up and away. From there, come into a half moon, keeping the left forearm behind you if you can, bending into your right knee, sweeping your left fingertips or your left toes towards the sky. If you want to bend to your left knee and grab for the left foot with your right hand, do that for 5. Find a drishti, point of focus for 4, for 3, for 2. Keep a hold of the foot if you have it. Come into a revolved half moon. Left fingertips down, turn your heart towards the opposite direction for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, maintain the twist, just come into a low lunge, left foot comes back, slide your right fingertips down your back leg or reach for your back heel, sweep your left fingertips up and over for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, fingertips reach up towards the sky, bring your right knee in towards your chest, back toes can be tucked or untucked, whatever's available for you, maybe straighten out to your right leg, find your balance for 5. 4, for 3, for 2. Find your figure 4 with or without your hands. Right ankle on top of your left thigh. Sink your left sit bones towards your left heel. Right toes are flexed. Bring your heart down towards the ground any amount for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, right knee back and towards your chest. Deep low lunge. Step that right foot far forward, reach your fingertips up, lunge into your right knee, cactus through your arms, open through the heart. From there, hands come down to frame your right foot, straighten out to that right leg for your half splits, Ardha Hanuman. Maybe your let's palm plants, fingertips facing the side of the room. Reach your right fingertips up towards the sky for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, right palm replaces your left as we come into our wide-legged forward fold, turning the toes in, the heels out, reaching your left fingertips up towards the sky for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Left fingertips come down, turn your left toes forward, bring your hands down to frame your left foot, maybe use your blocks, bend into your left knee, take a deep lunge, maybe your knee comes out in front of your left toes, feel that hip extension through your right hip. And then from here, pyramid pose, straighten out through your left leg, maybe step your right foot up a little bit. Good. Toes can be flexed up towards your face, and then your left hip back, your right hip forward. And if you want the twist, right palm down, left fingertips up for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, left hand down, bend into your left knee, right knee comes to the outside of your left ankle, sit bones come down towards the ground, reach your fingertips up, find your twist, right elbow to the outside of your left thigh, left fingertips back behind you, inhale lengthening through the spine, exhale twisting deeper for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, back to center, legs stay the same, right hand comes to the outside of your right hip, fingertips facing the side of the room, left palm comes towards the back of your head, stand up onto your right knee, your right shin, left leg's in a figure 4 position, left ankle across over your right thigh, taking an inhale here, opening your heart, your gaze towards the sky. Exhale, left elbow towards your right hand, right wrist, any amount. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, reach it up, any amount. Exhale, tap it down, any amount. And last one, inhale, reach it up. And exhale, tap it down. Good, reach it back up. Bring your sit bones down, standing splits. Let's bring our hands to frame that left leg. Let's reach the right leg up towards the sky. From here, let's bring our right knee in towards our chest, back into our staff pose, into our tree pose, or our figure four. Whatever you want. Maybe your right ankle cross over your left thigh, hands come wherever's comfortable for you. Maybe letting your heart melt over your right shin, toes are flexed for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Knee back and towards your chest. Back into your standing splits. Hanging out here. Or 5 handstand hops are yours for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Back into your chair pose. Wide-legged chair. Bend the knees, drop the hips, sink it down for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, left knee in toward your chest, hands interlace in front of that left knee. Pull that left knee up towards your left shoulder for 5. For 4. 3. 2. Power lunge. Step it back, reach your fingertips forward for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. Airplane pyramid, palms facing down, straighten out to your right leg, micro bend in your right knee for 5. Find your balance. 4. 3. 2. Goddess squat. Left forearm on top of your left thigh. Sweep your right fingertips up and over. Over towards the other side. Right forearm down. Left fingertips up and over. Extended side angle. Left forearm down. Right fingertips up and over. Right toes turn in. Find your variation. 5. 4. 3. 2. Reverse your warrior. Reverse your triangle. Right forearm behind your back. Sweep your left fingertips up and away. Half moon, bend into your left knee. Maybe grab for your right foot with your left hand. Find your bound half moon. 5. 4. 3. 2. Right fingertips down. Keep a hold of the foot if you got it. Revolved half moon. 5. 4. 3. 2. Keep the twist. Low lunge. Toe can be tucked or untucked. Sweep your left fingertips back towards your back heel. Reach your right fingertips up, lunge into your left knee for 5. 4. 3. 2. Reach your fingertips up, low lunge, left knee in toward your chest. Find your balance here. Maybe straighten to your left leg for 5. 4. 3. 2. Figure 4, left ankle on top of your right thigh. Fingertips come down for support. Sink your right hip down towards your right heel. Left toes are flexed towards your left knee for 5. 4. 3. 2. Left knee back and towards your chest. Find your balance. Step it far forward into a deep, low lunge. Reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Lunge into that left knee. Cactus through your arms, open through the heart. Hands come down to frame your left foot straight into your left leg. Half splits, maybe your right palm plants facing the side of the room. Reach your left fingertips up for 5. 4. 3. 2. Left palm replaces your right. Wide-legged forward fold with a twist. Toes in, heels out. Reach your right fingertips up for 5. 4. 3. 2. Right fingertips down. Turn your right toes forward. Deep lunge. Runner's lunge into that right knee. Back heel spins up. Bring your right knee in front of your right toes any amount. Feel that deep through your left hip extension. Good. And then from there, pyramid pose. Straighten out to your right leg. Maybe coming into a twist, left palm down, right fingertips reach up for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Right fingertips down, bend into your right knee, step your left knee to the outside of your right ankle, sit bones come down, reach your fingertips up, come into a twist, left elbow to the outside of your right thigh for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center, legs stay the same. Left palm plants to the outside of your left hip, fingertips facing the side, stand up onto your left knee, your left shin, right elbow up towards the sky, figure 4 position with the legs, taking an inhale. Exhale, tap your right elbow towards your left hand, left wrist, any amount. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach. And exhale, tap it down. Good. Reach it back up. Bring your sit bones back down. Let's come into a standing splits over the right leg. Reach your left leg up towards the sky. Adjust yourself as you need to. Left knee in towards your chest. Find your balance for your tree pose or your figure 4, whatever variation you want for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee back in towards your chest. Standing splits. 5 handstand hops are yours. Go for it for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Back into your chair for your final side. Drop the hips, wide-legged chair, hips with distance apart. Breathe here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Right knee in towards your chest, hands interlaced in front of that right knee for 5. Pull that right knee towards your right shoulder, send the energy out of your crown of your head for 5, 4, 3, 2. Power lunge. Step it back, reach your fingertips forward, left hip back, right hip forward. 5, 4, 3, 2. Airplane pyramid. Straighten out to your left leg, palms facing down. Gentle bend in your left knee. 5. Find your balance. 4, 3, 2. Goddess squat. Heels in, toes out. Right forearm on top of your right thigh. Sweep your left fingertips up and over. Over towards the other side. Left forearm down. Right fingertips up and over. Extended side angle. Right forearm down. Straighten out through your left leg. Turn your left toes in. Find your variation here for 5, for 4, 3, 2. Reverse your warrior. Left forearm behind your back. Reach your right fingertips up and over. Half moon. Bend into your right knee. Right fingertips down. Good. Maybe reach up with your right hand and grab for your left foot, your left ankle for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Keep a hold of the foot if you got it. Just bring it to a revolved half moon. Left fingertips down. Heart in the opposite direction for 5, 4, 3, 2. Maintain the twist. Just step your left foot back for a low lunge. Bring your right hand towards your back heel. Sweep your left fingertips up for 5. Lunge into your right knee. 4, 3, 2. Fingertips reach up towards the sky. Maybe untuck your toes. I feel like it helps my balance. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Maybe straighten through your right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2. Figure 4. Right ankle on top of your left thigh. Sink your left hip down towards your left heel. Right toes flexed. 5, 4, 3, 2. Right knee back and towards your chest. Step it into a deep low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Reach your fingertips up. Bend into your right knee. Cactus. The arms open through your heart. Deep hip extension through your left hip. Hands come down to frame your right foot. Half split variation. Straighten out through your right leg any amount. Left palm plants facing the side of the room. Right fingertips up if you want that twist for 5, 4, 3, 2. Right palm replaces your left. Toes in, heels out for a wide-legged forward fold. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's palm down. Left toes turn forward. Deep runner's lunge. Maybe use your blocks deep as you can. Bend into your left knee. Maybe your left knee comes in front of your left toes. Feel that deep hip extension through your right hip. Good. From there, pyramid pose. Straighten out through that left leg. Maybe step your back foot up. Maybe use your blocks. Maybe a twist for 5, 4, 3, 2. Left fingertips down, bend into your left knee, right knee to the outside of your left ankle. Sit bones come down, fingertips reach up, find your twist, right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. 5, 4, 3, 2. Back to center, right palm to the outside of your right hip. Left hand behind your head, stand up onto your right knee. Your right shin, open up through the heart, your gaze towards the sky. Taking an inhale here, exhale, tap your left elbow down towards your wrist, towards your hand. Inhale, sends it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, tap it down. The last one, inhale, open up. Exhale, tap it down. Good, reach it back up. Bring your sit bones down. Standing splits over your left leg. Reach your right leg up towards the sky. Adjust yourself as you need. Right knee in towards your chest, gentle bend into your left. Staff pose into your tree, into your figure 4. Find it for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1 knee back and towards your chest, back into your standing splits. 5 handstand hops are yours if you want it. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, let's go through a vinyasa this time. Step, float, jump towards the back of your mat. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, right leg goes up and back. Right knee towards your right wrist, right foot towards your left. Setting up for your half pigeon. Getting that shin as parallel as you can towards the front of your mat. To find that most amount of external rotation as possible. Maybe using your left toes tucked under to find the center of your mat with your back leg. Finding that long spine. Lowering down into your half pigeon. And we'll stay here for 10. For 9. For 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1, gently coming up. See if you can bring your left leg all the way up and around for a double pigeon or a crisscrossed legged position. Stacking your left shin on top of your right if that's available, or just crossing it in front of your right leg, fingertips reach, folding forward for your double pigeon for 10. For 9. For 8. For 7. For 6. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1, gently coming up. See if you can bring your left foot back from where it came. Tuck your left toes under, step it back, go through a vinyasa or skip it. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. For the other side, left leg goes up and back, left knee towards your left wrist, left foot towards your right. Set up in your half pigeon, find that external rotation. Right toes are tucked under, find that center of your mat, find that long spine, and then lower down. Good, and stay for 10. For 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, gently coming up. Bring that right foot all the way up and around. Right shin to stack on top of your left for double pigeon, or your Sukhasana, just crossing that right leg in front of your left, reaching the fingertips up. Toes are flexed. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold forward any amount. For 10. For 9. For 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1. Gently coming up. Right leg goes back from where we came. Tuck the right toes under. Step it back. One last final vinyasa. If you want that. Leaning back. And your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, lowering your knees down, sinking your hips back towards your heels. Hands can come to rest in your seat. Finding your long spine. Energy out through your crown of your head. Closing your eyes. Connecting back to your breath here if you lost it. And finding your seated meditation. If there are any other postures you'd like to take before finding your meditation posture or your Shavasana, your final resting pose, I invite you to do it now. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing your time, your energy, your practice with me. I am truly so grateful for your presence. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you here again very soon. Peace.